Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday Metta Live on the Tarot Journey. I'm your host, Julie Hedges, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful water. And this very short Monday Metta is all about catching the sun when you can. Now that we are really into fall, I mean, we are starting the month of Scorpio tomorrow. Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining me on the tarot journey tonight. Scorpio is going to start tomorrow. The sun is moving into the house of magic and mystery, known as Scorpio, going down into the deep cavern of the inner castle, where we are going to explore deeply within ourselves. And so we've had the autumn equinox where light and dark were equal, and now we are venturing down more into where the sun is visiting the darker places. So the light is fading faster. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about catching the sun when you can. I work long hours. I have a regular everyday old job, and I also get to do my soul work, which is this wonderful tarot journey that I'm on, where I'm writing books and I'm teaching and I'm doing readings and healing sessions and Monday Metta with all of you. And I have to kind of pace myself now so that I can also catch the light, catch the sun when I can. So I took a little break in between my jobs, specifically writing my Tarot Journey to the Stars article for Star Nations magazine, the November edition. And my article is really looking at the month of November from the astrological standpoint and also the tarot. My work on the tarot journey is about bridging the ancient tarot into modern life. What does it tell us about life today? And so that's what my articles do, and that's what my writings do, and my teachings do. And as you can see, the wind down here by the water is kind of catching my hair and going whirligig. So just a little synopsis of what to look forward to on the Tarot Journey to the Stars article in Star Nations magazine for November. I'm writing about the Tower card. And then the card that's right after that, the Star. So if you have your tarot decks, you can pull out card numeral 16, which is the Tower, and card numeral 17, which is the Star. So you can kind of see visually what I'm going to write about, or what I'm actually in the middle of writing about, and I just took a break. So what is that all about? Well, the Tower card is about breaking down and breaking through. It's not always pleasant. In fact, it's a lot of times not pleasant. But in order to have lasting change, in order to really be completely transformed, the old has to completely dissolve. It has to give way. It has to break down and break open before there is the breakthrough. So the Tower card is that breaking down and breaking out. And the Star card is that breaking through, where you have the hope. It took me a long time in my working with the tarot to be comfortable and to understand the Tower card. It kind of looks scary, right? You've got lightning flashing and this castle on fire and people jumping out of the windows, and it kind of looks like mayhem and despair and all of those not so pretty things. I get it, I know. At its deepest level, at its most spiritual level, I think, the Tower card is all about those aha moments where you know what you know. And no matter what, you can't unknow it. So whether that is your deepest realization of, oh, I just got my spirit guide. Wow, first time ever. Or, ooh, I know that the person I'm in love with has cheated on me. That's the Tower card. Those moments of bam, instantaneous knowing. But as my article's exploring, that's just a tiny fraction of it. And it's been kind of bubbling within me all summer long and now into the autumn where it's really chilly. I'm out here in just my sweater, but I'm a little shivery here. It's getting cold. So part of that awareness is, okay, you have the knowledge of, aha, this is it. This is the information. This is happening. This is what's true. Now, what does that mean? How is that breaking open? So we know that when a plant grows, there's the seed. It's in its hard shell. And when it's time for that seed to have its manifestation, the seed breaks open. But then it has to peel away so that that tiny, tiny plant can move its tendrils out through the soil and go down, down, down to establish and be strong. So the outer shell cracks first, and then the hard walls come down so that the soft, juicy meatiness can have its place, can start really growing. And I liken that in our lives to those times when maybe you've been on a healing journey. Maybe you're dealing with hard, crusty things and you feel like you've got your feet under you and you feel like you've got a grip. And then all of a sudden, like one of my favorite songs, the lyrics are, why is the hand slow and the dog bites? Well, I don't know. So you're going along and man, you get caught and the scab rips off and there's this fresh, hot, new wound that's opened up. And you're like, what happened? It's that soft place inside the hard shell that has to work its way through the soil so that new hope can happen. And those are the times, getting emotional here. Those are the times when it's the hardest to believe. And those are the times when it's most fearful. And those are the times when it can appear that outside voices and outside influences are telling us to go back into that shell. Go back into where it's safe for them. Sit down and be quiet. Or as one of the senators told a group of women who are voicing their stories, tell them to grow up. Meaning they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that tender part. They don't want to hear that vulnerability. They don't want to hear about the realness of. So even well-meaning friends might say, well, it's all for the best, or there are plenty of fish in the sea, or all of those spiritual platitudes that make you want to just punch somebody in the throat. I know, I get it. I've heard them. And from the well-meaning friends, or the people who are just ill-equipped to have your juiciness, because your juiciness is just too vibrant for them at that time. Maybe not forever, but maybe just for that time. And those are the times when it's so tempting to crawl back in that seed and that shell and wait. Wait for what? Wait for next spring. Wait until you lose 10 pounds. Wait until you have the better job. Wait until your kids grow up. Wait until you have your book published. I don't know, whatever that is. It's easy to want to crawl back in. This is going to be short. Oh, it keeps growing and growing, but stay tuned for the Tarot Journey to the Stars article in November, where I talk about what happens when that seed opens up and that soft, tender, juicy vibrance is within. That scab is opened up, and it's awful, and it hurts, and it's scary, and it seems like all of our defenses are gone. And it's hardest to trust. It's hardest to believe that there's hope. But as one of my dearest and most wonderful friends has told me over and over again, and these words are just coming to mind right now, those are the times to lean into the pain. Instead of trying to snatch back, like, let's say you have a splinter. Those are painful to get out, right? You got to go in with your tweezers or with a needle, and you got to pinch and poke around, and then you pull it out, and you want to, oh, I don't want that. But if you lean into those tweezers, if you kind of lean into it, even though there's a moment of pinching pain, it's less painful to lean in than it is to pull back and snatch back and wiggle and writhe around. It just prolongs it. So, when you are breaking open, when you are peeking out to catch the sun when it's coming through, little snippets, taking breaks, when it hurts and when it's hardest to believe, see if you can remind yourself, see if you can gather the spirit and the resolve to lean into the pain and trust that your team, your higher power, your angels, ancestors, and allies, your friends, your loved ones are praying with you for your best and fullest intention. Just like we are preparing for this beautiful full moon. And you can't see it, but I'm looking at this almost full moon coming up right in the east, staring me right in the eyeballs, where we have the sun behind me there. And we have this big, beautiful, almost full moon glowing. So lean into your higher power, lean into your spiritual team, lean into your friends and those who can believe in the glow. Those who can believe in the glow. That is you. That is your fullest and highest potential and best outcome. Who believe in your tender juiciness and can feel your resolve. So, thank you for always joining me here on the Tarot Journey. And I want to say the Metta prayer with you because we want to fill ourselves up with loving kindness so that we can go and fill the world. So may all beings be at peace. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. And may all beings be free. May you be safe. May you be at peace. May you be happy. May you be free. And may I be at peace. May I be safe. May I be happy, and may I be free. And loving kindness and metta for us all. May the peace that surpasses all human understanding please go with all of you. Om Shanti from the Tarot Journey. Good night.